I've been making a lot of mistakes in my IELTS writing task 1 and task 2, but not understanding what exactly are those mistakes because my score is always stuck at 5.5, 6 or 6.5 and never has reached the desired one, which is 7 and above. Do you have any video? Do you have any list of mistakes that people often end up making in IELTS task 1 and task 2 writing? Well, I believe you are at the right place because today we are going to talk about the 10 big mistakes that I did in my IELTS writing task 1 and task 2, because of which it was stuck at 5.5, 6, 6.5, not 7. And when I fixed them, I got 7 and even 8 in my 5th attempt. Today in this video, I'll be talking about each and everything about those 10 big mistakes that you should be avoiding in your IELTS writing task 1 and task 2. Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from Skills IELTS. I really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another video. The video talks about my experience of the 10 mistakes, the 10 big mistakes that I did in my IELTS writing task 1 and task 2. So before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, click on the subscribe button in order not to miss the future notifications. And any point of time you need online assistance, it's a paid course, one-to-one feedback for your essays, one-to-one live mocks, speaking feedbacks, reading mocks, listening mocks, each and everything. You can contact us any point of time, wherever you are from. You can sit at your place and take the classes from us. I will be there, we will be there, our team will be there to help you, guide you in the right way. Alright, so let's get into the actual thing about 10 big mistakes. Here we go. The big mistake, the very first big mistake that I did, and most of you are doing, because I'm pretty much sure that most of you are doing, is this. Use this 10 new vocabulary words, magically change your scores from 5.5 to 8, or don't believe it, please. That's a bigger mistake if you are making. If you are thinking that using these will change my scores and everyone should have got 8, no? Correct? Isn't it so? So all this don't give marks, all this are made just to make sure you watch the video, the views are up, the channel's growth become more. That's the only intention behind this. Shocking news, those, all these things, same funda. So don't go behind it. All this will not give you any mark. Changing vocabulary will not change anything. Let's say you already got 7 and 7.5 and you want 8. Then you may need to work on the topic related vocabulary. Just changing few words, not improving the skills will not mean anything. There are 4 components with which you are evaluated. First is task response, second is coherence cohesion, third is grammar, fourth is vocabulary. Grammar and vocabulary are least priority. First 2, task response and coherence cohesion, are the top priority. Focus on these 2 if you want 7 and 7.5. If you want 8, 8.5, then probably apart from the first 2, you can focus on vocabulary and grammar as well. For now, if you are making this mistake, stop making, because this is not going to change your scores. 100% guaranteed. We will move on to the mistake number 2, the big mistake that I did, because when I was preparing in 2018, I believe, for IELTS, I, like most of you guys, followed few of the YouTube channels that people told, use connectors, your scores will magically change. Probably yes, but you need to know how to make use of them. So what those videos lead is people end up making a lot of mistakes. It leads to people making a lot of mistakes because they simply start using connectors. For example, I have written firstly, comma, furthermore, comma, moreover. Simply using it will not fetch any marks. Furthermore has a meaning. Furthermore is nothing but in addition to this. Moreover is you finished one idea, you want to start with one more idea. Firstly is for first line, but after you write firstly, you cannot write furthermore, moreover. You have to continue talking about it with respect to supporting points. So simply using the connectors to get 7 bands, only that person gets more views. You will not get any change in your scores, because I did it, man. Trust me on this. Nothing happened. So stop making this mistake if you're making. Let's quickly move to mistake number 3. This is where I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of my students did, which we corrected them. A lot of you guys don't even realize that you're making this mistake. What the mistake is all about, starting to write the answer immediately after reading the question. No, you have only half knowledge about the question. You need to immerse yourself into that. Understand, get a picture, read, start writing. What gives you mark is task response. What is your name? Tell your name. No, Nakul, I will tell my father's name. I'll tell my neighbor's name. That's the problem. Because you're not even reading whose name it is asked. It's asking your name, Baba, write your name. What exactly I mean? Look at this question. Many people believe that reducing speed limit is the best option for road safety improvement. Do you think there are other measures that could be put in place? That's the first question. And read the second paragraph. Some people think that reducing speed limits will be one of the best road safety improvements. That's not the question. The question is, are there any other measures? You need to, first line, you need to talk about other measures. The same thing in the question rewritten. Second line, government should pass on some strict rules. What government should do? If that is the question, then it's the right answer. Should pass on some strict rules for reducing speed limit. This is because people who ride bike speed will not have any chance, or grammatically wrong sentence, to go speed due to the rules implemented. Till now the question itself is not addressed. Are there any measures, other measures apart from reducing speed limit? Probably include more traffic lights, probably include CCTV cameras. Firstly, government can think of including CCTV cameras more. This is because when more CCTV cameras are there, it will become more vigilant and people will be more aware that if they make a mistake, it will be caught. For example, so that's how you structure them one by one. So when that is not there, then perhaps the person has not even got a picture in his mind. That means whatever the person read has not even got a picture. See, the idea of essay writing is very simple. It's not about thinking and writing. It's about getting a picture, watching it, and just write whatever you see. That's the reason probably you don't have a problem in task 1. Letter writing, they have given what to write. Describe image, they have given what to write. Essay, they've only given the question, they have not given what exactly you need to write. So get a picture. So here, do you think there are other measures? Not even answered. First 4 lines over. If you continue reading, there should be fines who cross the speed limit. For instance, people who are in overspeed will not have a control. Why overspeeding is bad? Then it is correct answer. So whatever the question asked and whatever is written, both are at other ends. How the marks will come on. Give it a thought. So don't make this mistake. This is because you are in a rush. You read and thinking that you understood everything and started immediately rethink, get a picture, what to write, 100, at least 10 times re-verify, because if task response is wrong, 5.5 you end up getting. Irrespective of who writes it. Let's say Shakespeare writes it. IDP CEO writes it. Doesn't matter. If task response is wrong, 5.5. Let's move to the we have one more question rather. See, look at it here. Look into this. In many countries, children are becoming overweight and unhealthy. Some people think that government has the responsibility. To what extent do you agree or disagree? A student wrote disagree. I disagree. Government has no responsibility just because children are becoming overweight. The question is why government is not responsible is what you need to write. But what is written? Why parents are responsible. Read it. First of all, right parenting is right parenting. The question is not about who else is responsible. Pause the video, read the question. Government is responsible. Agree, government is responsible. Disagree, government is not responsible. Not who else is responsible. So all these are because you are in a rush. You read and quickly start writing. Cross verify. Otherwise, entire thing will be messed up. Be very careful, and we move on to mistake number 4. For advantage, disadvantages. People write 5 advantages, 5 disadvantages. On top of that, they think, I have done everything perfect. Hey, all those don't give mark. It is coherence, cohesion. One advantage is enough in one para. After you write one advantage, second line supporting idea. Why? Third line, continue talking about it. Fourth line, give an example. An example, write 2-3 sentences and then conclude. This entire bundle of things is one advantage. Because equal marks gets distributed to your coherence, cohesion as well, boss. Firstly, one advantage. Second line, another advantage. Thirdly, 5.5 or 4.5 end up getting. It's not task response alone, it is coherence, cohesion that makes a huge difference. Don't make these mistakes. Mistake number 5, writing more will give you more marks. That's what I thought. First attempt 5.5 today an IELTS teacher. So many students are getting 7.5 to 8 in writing on an everyday basis. Writing more ends up making more mistakes. The more you write, the more mistakes you make. That's the reality. Not writing more will give me more marks. Write less. If it is 250 words limit, 300 is enough. Don't write up to 400. But whatever you write, be concise. To the point you write. Don't simply add up extra things, will not get any marks, will not be detained. Mistake number 6, I did it. A lot of my students who write the essays on an everyday basis, for the first time they also did, and you are all making this mistake. In the introduction, see, there are 4 paragraphs that you need to write. Looking at the question, intro, body 1, body 2, conclusion. This intro and conclusion are not that important. Body 1 and body 2 is where you need to show your skill and talent, man. No, Nakul. Intro only, I'll spend half an hour, write some 20 lines. Gone case. Never make this mistake you're making. Intro is just 2 lines is enough. Write as less as possible. Just write what is asked. If the question is agree, disagree, my viewpoint is what is that, you write. Otherwise, intro is of no use. Don't simply spend a lot of time on that. 2 minutes max. Conclusion is just whatever you've written above. Second, third paragraph, whatever you've written above, just summarize in the conclusion. 2 minutes. The rest, approximately 35 minutes you need to spare towards your body 2 and body 1 and body 2. Sorry. We'll move to mistake number 7. Thinking my task response is always perfect. I have done pretty well. Full wrong. Because the person has not thought much about the question. Read the question, got a picture, started writing immediately. Cross verify. Look at this question. When new towns are planned, it is important to build more public parks. The word more says you need to do something else in the paragraph. More public parks or sports facility than shopping centers. Do you agree? The person said, yes, I agree. There should be more public parks than a shopping center. Shopping center should also be there. But if public parks are 10, shopping center should be 4. If public parks are 20, shopping center should be 6. Comparison is required. Why there should be more parks than the shopping center? Look at this question. Community places should be the ones which are availed by all the age groups in society. In the free time, parks are mostly used, including, till here nothing else has been written with respect to question. As these places are mostly free of cost, it becomes one of the best places to spend their free time. For example, children use parks, sports clubs, elderly people choose their fitness, physical activity, social interaction. What are the advantages of having park? In park, what people mostly do? Then the answer is correct. Why do you think there should be more public parks than shopping center? Comparison, shopping center is missing. Then how the marks will come? I took the coaching already. No use. Because you're making mistakes. So the coaching has to be done in a way that it's not just 3 classes, 2 classes, 1 essay review, 4 essay review. No, it's a continuous process. Some 50, 60 essays you need to write to get the conscious thing as to what is going wrong there. Because for every question, answer is different. Getting it? Just taking feedback for 1 question, 2 question will not be enough. But this question has 1 answer to be written. Other next question, something else has to be written. So thinking that your task response is perfect or used good grammar, that too, nothing matters. It's the task response. Whatever the question asked, answer is completely different. No marks for that. 5.5, this will score 5.5. Be very, very careful. Be very careful. We will move on to the next one. Mistake number 8. First line, you write about one thing. Second line, something else. I want to make apple juice. I want to prepare apple juice. Go to market, buy apple. And then give some money, take the apple, come home, cut them, put the apple into the juicer, then grind the juicer, pour it into a glass and then drink it. No, Nakul, this I will not try. I go to market to buy the apple, then immediately my eyesight goes to mangoes. I take mangoes, then I see jackfruits, I see papaya. No, you talk about apple means apple only you should talk. See here, some question, let's not worry about it, some random question. Food is the necessity for the survival of mankind. Agricultural lands are inevitable. First line talks about food is a necessity for mankind. Second line talks about agricultural lands grow raw food. If these lands are turned into commercial malls, then we need to export goods. This will affect the economy. Excellently. This is good written. Written it nicely. But read the next line. Now for example, she should or he should write the example in a similar way. If we start exporting, then we are gone. For example, foreign food places like McDonald's should be avoided. No link at all. Well, there could be a link from a distant area, but the close link is missing. The previous line talks about economy will completely go down if we start exporting things. Then here it says KFC should be avoided. We should encourage individual to consume locally as this will help. Again, back to economy. And then you see these food joints serve unhealthy. Example is nothing but whatever you wrote here, first 3 lines, talk about it in the example. In the first 3 lines, you never talked about unhealthy products. Example, you talk about unhealthy products. One paragraph is, one line is something, next line talks about something else. Coherence, cohesion, completely gone case. So coherence, cohesion, the narration is an art. It's like the water that flows in a river. Don't build a dam, don't put some rocks, let it flow, let it flow. That flow is missing. That flow is missing. Hope you're getting it. Talk about one thing, don't talk about multiple things in a paragraph. Mistake number 9, using templates which cover already 150 to 200 words. You don't do this. Examiners are very professionals. They're very good. They have a lot of experience. They can find it out like this, that you used a template on your own and you're not writing on your own. Don't do all these things, will not get you marks. If a template has some 20 words, 25 words, then yes. Firstly, this is due to the fact that, moreover, it also explained about, for example, to instantiate with my conscious consensus, blah blah blah, little bit you can write. For your entire essay only people write template. In IELTS it will not work. Don't believe someone who says 200 words template I'll give, people are getting 7. 20 word template, 30 word template, yes. But whether you take that or not, it doesn't make a difference. It's just 20 word, 25 words. Give it a thought. All those don't give you mark. Mistake 10. This is where I belong to. This is where a lot of students also make mistakes. Getting one feedback from an expert. Some people offer feedback services. One essay, some amount you need to pay. And you write your essay, that person says you get 7. And you think, oh, in the exam also I should get 7. 100% no. For that question you get 7. For the next question you may get 5.5 because task response differs from question to question. Nakul, then how to tackle this? The only way to tackle is write more. Some 30-40 essays, you understand, you become more matured. That is the correct way. Shortcuts and all will not work. I'm telling you, in our course, we don't have this 1 essay support, 2 essay support. If you have 1 month support, you can send as many as you want per day too. So in 1 month, 60 essays we review. After a month, you give exam. Everybody is getting 7.5 to 8 within a month. That people don't. They spend 1 year and still stuck at 5.5. All you need is the right guidance. Like I explained you the 10 big mistakes, I'm sure many of you can relate, could relate the mistake that you are making, the similar ones. So stop making them. Any point of view you need online assistance, you can join us. We will be there. I'll be there to guide you. This is Nakul from Skills IELTS. Very soon I'll be back with the next set of video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. And hold on, if you missed watching my previous video on 2-week plan to improve your reading module to 8 from 5.5 or 6, do check that out. You will avail a lot of information. With this, I'll park it here. Thanks much, guys. Bye bye.